Hey guys, this is Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the blog Grupo Dicas, one of the biggest travel blogs in the world, and today I am here to tell you the 7 best free rides in Orlando, but they are the best. There are many videos and many sites that we found that give 20 tips, 15 tips, but there are things that are not worthwhile and not so relevant, so we have put together the 7 tours that are very cool, that are very worthwhile to do, and that are free. So it's going to be quick, useful, and not boring tips. Check out, subscribe to the channel because that helps us a lot, and buckle up. Well, without further ado, the first item that we like the most and that we think is a sensational ride is Disney Springs. If you don't know yet, the Disney Springs is an area that's inside the Disney complex. The Disney complex has several amusement parks that are the hotels, and there is this area that are several restaurants, several nice stores, several attractions, there are music shows and so on. There's a lot of stuff and it's free and anyone can go there, can enter, and it opens at lunchtime more or less in the morning and stays until night, sometimes until 11 o'clock depending on the day. So it's very nice. You can go either in the afternoon or in the evening. We recommend going at night because we think it has a better atmosphere. Go in the afternoon, then you can stay there in the afternoon and leave at the end of the night. It's very cool and there are lots of things to do. The restaurants are very good, and our tip, try to make reservations beforehand. There is the T-Rex, which is a dinosaur restaurant with a Disney theme. There is Rainforest, which is also a forest and full of animals, so the restaurant is all animal theme and kids go crazy. There are a lot of cool things. There's the biggest Lego store in Orlando, it's there and it's very cool. There's also the biggest Disney store in the world, World of Disney, which is a sensational store that has everything. There are several people there playing music, several artists there, very cool stages that depending on the time of the day, usually on Friday and Saturday, some bands play music. It's very cool. You just have to arrive, sit down and enjoy. So it's a free and cool tour. The parking is also free. You don't pay anything to park and to visit Disney Springs. So this is the best tour. You should reserve up 2 days to do this one. On our trip we did it because it's worth it and it's very cool. I'm sure you're not going to regret it. Take 2 days to go there. The second tour tip is very similar to the first one. It's the Universal City Walk. And what is it? It's the same entertainment area in the same style that it has in the Disney Springs. Universal also has Universal City Walk, which is adjacent to both Universal parks, and there you can go inside, but there you have to pay for parking. But a tip, after 6 o'clock in the afternoon you don't pay for parking, which is around $20, so it's not cheap. If you can, try to go after 6 o'clock. If not, go before. It's very nice to walk there. It's not as big as Disney Springs, it doesn't have as many attractions, but it's super cool and worth it. It has several stores, it has very nice restaurants there, the NBA's, which is sensational. If you like sports and everything, it's worth a visit. Our tip is to have dinner, but try to book ahead on the side because it's very crowded. It's the Hard Rock, one of the biggest Hard Rocks in the world. It's gigantic. It's very cool. It's all themed around music, the 70s, the rock area, and it's very cool. So take a look there because it's worth it. There are wonderful drinks, meals, and so on, and also around it there's some music, some attractions, and it's very cool. You can also, after the parks, if you leave a park early, you already be there, the parking lot pass, so you can also stop and enjoy a little bit there. You have many options. This tour is very cool and totally free. Now the third tip, which we also liked, and this one is not so well known. Mainly tourists don't know that much about this place. We visited it last time and found it sensational, which is the Disney Boardwalk, which is also a Disney area that's close to some Disney hotels and very close, right next to Epcot Park, which is an area, a giant sidewalk that goes around the lake. It's a super cool environment, super beautiful, and it has several restaurants around it. It has some Disney store. It's a very nice area and very different from Disney Springs because it's much smaller. It's like a mini Disney Springs, but it's very nice because it's empty and not too crowded because people don't know that much. And there are restaurants there. There's a very nice ice cream parlor. We ate at the ESPN restaurant. It's a sports restaurant with many televisions all over the restaurant. We ate at the ESPN restaurant, which is a sports one that's all over the place. The snacks were excellent, and there's also something nice which we'll give you in another tip, which is the hotels. You can visit the Disney Disney hotels easily, then you will see that in the middle of the boardwalk there's a boat exit, the boats that go to the other side of the lake. That's where the Disney hotels are, and also on the other side is Epcot, so you can get on these boats for free. The ride is very nice, very pleasant, and you get one then for free, so you can walk around, you can see the lake, you can go to the other side, you can visit the hotels, and you can spend an entire afternoon there enjoying the Disney boardwalk, which is totally worthwhile. Another cool tip and another very cool tour are the Disney hotels. Many people don't have this knowledge and end up not visiting. You can enter any Disney hotels without any problem, even if you don't stay there. And there are several very nice hotels that are separate attractions. You can just walk around because all of them have Disney themed stores, restaurants, some cool entertainment areas, toys for children. Sometimes they have music, shows, and so on. You can just walk around. It's very nice, and they have very nice hotels. We will tell you which ones we liked the most, so don't be shy and go. You can arrive with your car there calmly and ask for parking. Sometimes it happens that the parking lot is full for the guests, then they don't allow you to enter, but it's rare. Most of the times we went there, we manage it. When you don't have anything booked at the hotel, it's more difficult, but a tip for you to make sure you get in without any problems and with a guaranteed entrance is try to book a meal at this hotel. Let's go. Disney has several themed restaurants in the parks which you can book through the Disney app, but there are also other restaurants scattered around the hotels. They are very cool restaurants that also have the characters. There is all the Disney magic and anyone can book it. So with your Disney application, you go to reserve restaurants, you choose the hotel that you want and book either breakfast, dinner, or lunch, because if you have a reservation, you get there at the front desk, show your reservation, your entrance is guaranteed. You get in, park, and get to know the hotel. It's very cool and worthwhile. We liked it a lot, and there are several ones. There is Chef Mickey's that we recommend, which is a breakfast place at the Contemporary Hotel, which is very nice and close to Epcot and Magic Kingdom. It has all the characters, Mickey, Pluto, Goofy, Minnie, and they go from table to table. They are dressed in their chef clothes, and it's a very nice breakfast. The hotel is nice to see, so you can already book a breakfast there and visit the hotel. And another hotel that we think is very worth to visit is the Grand Floridian. We stayed there in our last trip. We even made a cool video if you want to watch it there. It's our stay there. It's the most top Disney hotel. It's sensational, together with the Animal Kingdom Lodge, which is a safari themed hotel which is close to Animal Kingdom, and it's sensational. But the Grand Floridian is considered the best Disney hotel by many people, and there are many free things there. So if you can schedule dinner, something there, because there are two very nice restaurants. There is one that has a sensational breakfast with some very cool and different Disney characters. You can also walk around the hotel, which is very beautiful, and there are some free activities you can do there. One right at the entrance at the reception and in the main lobby, you will see that the hotel is beautiful. Just visiting it is already worth it. There's an orchestra that stays there almost every day in the late afternoon at the end of the day, playing classical music, only lively songs, and usually Disney songs too, so it's very nice to stay there and watch. There's a pianist that sometimes appears there and plays the Disney songs on the piano. The last time we visited, we stayed there in the lobby for hours having fun and don't pay anything. There are nice stores for you to visit. The outside area is very cool. Sometimes they show movies. The hotel sometimes have a big screen outside that transmits the movie, so you can stop there, sit on the grass or on the lawn and watch it. It's a very nice experience. And another tip, which is one of the other Disney free ride tips, that you can't watch the fireworks without having to go to the park. So the fireworks show at the Magic Kingdom, you can watch it from three places there, from three hotels. There is one hotel, the Contemporary, which is the one I mentioned, that has Chef Mickey's, the restaurant. You have an area there, a very nice terrace to watch the fireworks. It's a little bit far away, but the view is very nice. And there are 12 other indications that we think are the coolest, which is the Polynesian 2, which is another Disney hotel, and the Grand Floridian that we have already mentioned, which is very nice. It has a sensational experience. It has a gigantic lake, which is Cinderella's castle in the background. That is where the fireworks happen. They offer an experience because they have speakers there, so you can hear the music from the hotel. It's super loud. It's like you are inside the park, and the view is beautiful. So it's an event that happens every night. You're right outside the hotel, you can see it, and it's beautiful. It's very worthwhile. Even if you have seen the fireworks from the inside, it's worth it to see from the outside. outside. We have watched the fireworks about 10 times and we never got tired of it, so it's a nice experience. At the Grand Floridian, we think it's the coolest place there to watch the fireworks. And now leaving the parks a little bit, a very cool area that's a very nice tour to do in Orlando is to No Celebration. It's a neighborhood there, a very nice region, very cool, and the place is beautiful. In fact, the project was Disney's. It was supposed to be a neighborhood there, an example city, all well structured and organized, but it ended up being deviated a little bit. But it's a very nice region, one of the most desired to live in Orlando and one of the most expensive too. Many famous people have houses there, so people like to go there because sometimes they meet famous people. We met them once, and anyway, it's very nice there, the Celebration neighborhood. And there's a little street. It's not so big. You will see on the map that there is a street that has some restaurants. Set aside one day to go to the restaurants to eat. It's very tasty, and there is an ice cream parlor in the middle of these restaurants there, which is very nice. It's very similar to a small country town. The view is beautiful. You can walk there and go with a tour for about 4 hours. You end up getting to know eating somewhere. It's good. And another cool place that you have to buy the ticket for its attractions, but to visit you don't pay, it's Icon 360, which is a new attraction there, a complex that opened in a few years. It's where you have the Ferry Wheel, which is one of the biggest Ferry Wheels in the world, and there's the aquarium, there's the Madame Tussauds Museum, which is very cool. It's that wax museum that has the characters, the very realistic dolls, and some other attractions. And to stay inside, which has some restaurants and stores, you don't pay anything, but to visit the attractions you need to buy the tickets. But the good thing is that they are much cheaper than the park, so it's an option of a ride that ends up being much cheaper. Not necessarily free if you visit any of them, but it's much cheaper. On the side that I put here below in the description of the video, there is also the ticket for all the attractions there. It's pretty cool, and we recommend it to get away from the idea of the park. And for you who like to save money, a very good tip are the comparators. We use several tools that are the price comparators, which are sensational, both for car rental and travel insurance, which are usually two essential items for Orlando. We always rent a car. Most people we know rent a car too, because Orlando is a city that you need a car to get around. Can you go without a car? Yes, but it's much nicer. It ends up being much better with the car. And we use a price comparator, which is a tool where you put there the date, the city, and it searches the price in all the car rental companies. So it guarantees the best price. We end up renting a car much cheaper and the price ends up being much more affordable. So use the price comparison tool both for the car and the travel insurance. That's also important and very cheap. The price with this comparator ends up getting very cheap. I'll leave here below in the description of the video the link to the comparators, the link to the site. I'll also leave the link of the internet chip that we use. That's very good. You end up paying cheaper. We bought it before in our country and we arrived there using our cell phone at ease with the internet working, and we received it right here at home with an explanatory manual. They are very good indeed. We always use them and highly recommend them. And there's also the lodging. The cool thing is that we made a personalized map. By clicking on the link we left here, you will access the site where we search for hotels, which is the largest in the world. It's the largest search engine, you probably know it, but we were able to customize a map of Orlando with the best area that we recommend for you to stay. So stay in this area and follow us on social networks. We are always traveling the world trying to show travel tips in a very cool way, and the routine with our daughter, that's a blast. And Orlando is our favorite destination. We are always there. We travel a lot there and our plans are to move there. So go there and you will see the change. You will see our routine and it's very nice. You will get to know the whole city, and if you need help or any questions you have, send us a direct message there and we'll gladly answer you to help you plan your trip there. And be sure to watch a video that's sensational, which is how to save a lot in Orlando. All the tips you need to plan your entire trip from start to finish, saving a lot on everything, and you will save a lot. I'll leave it here on the side along with the playlist that has all the other videos from Orlando for you to follow. So that's it guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and have a nice trip.